Hey guys, my name is Marcy Fascio with Fascio Law. Fascio Law is a law firm in Oklahoma City, and we specialize in helping people who have been charged with a crime. So if you or a loved one have been charged with a crime in the Oklahoma City area and you're looking for an attorney, then feel free to click the information, the link below, and we can kind of go from there. In the meantime, I thought it might be helpful. We have people call the office pretty much every day that they're stressing, they're worried because they've got charges, they don't know what to do. So they're calling because they're looking for an attorney or because they have questions. And so we thought it would be helpful to sort of share some of those questions, and hopefully that's helpful for people who are in a similar situation and looking for some answers. This is Sheena Ford, so I'll let her introduce herself real quickly to you guys.
Hi, my name is Sheena Ford. I'm the Client Relations Manager here at Fascio Law. I speak with people when they call in and are asking questions about a case that they have or charges that are pending against them. And one thing that our callers seem to be really worried about is the timeline of their case being filed.
Sure. So people want to know sometimes people will call us before charges are even filed. So for example, they get arrested, but charges haven't even been filed. That's basically a separate process. People kind of think I was arrested, so there are charges, but that's actually separate. So it's very common for someone to be arrested before charges have even been filed. A kind of oversimplified way to look at it is the police are going to make the determination about whether or not to arrest someone. They're going to do their investigation and take the information and evidence to the district attorney, and the district attorney is going to be the one who makes the decision of what charges to file. So there's kind of a time gap there between arrest and charges being filed. So that's why sometimes people call us or have questions and their charges haven't even been filed yet.
That makes sense. Can you elaborate any more on the timing so that people will know what to expect?
Kind of. Unfortunately, it varies a lot. And it's going to vary by what the case is, the facts, the circumstances, the evidence, what the charge is. You know, for example, a murder case takes a lot longer than a simple possession of marijuana type case. So there's going to be a lot of factors, and it's also going to depend on different counties, and different courthouses go faster or slower. Just as an example, our primary courthouses that we practice in are Oklahoma County, which is in Oklahoma City, Cleveland County, which is in Norman, and Canadian County, which is in Yukon. So all three of them do it differently. But basically, from the point of arrest or when the police get involved, they're going to conduct their investigation. They're going to take the charges to the district attorney, and busier courthouses, the DA could get, 100 charges, and obviously they can't file them all immediately. So there's going to be some time. It's going to take some time for the DAs to go through those charges and go through that packet of information from the police to determine what charges they're going to file. So for a misdemeanor, kind of a more simple case, there's misdemeanors and felonies. For a misdemeanor, I would say it could easily take 3 months for charges to be filed in Oklahoma County or Canadian County. Cleveland's usually a little faster, and if you're in municipal court, it's usually a little faster. But I would say a misdemeanor could easily take 1 to 3 months. Felony, and again, it's going to take longer if the case is more complicated, but a felony could easily take 3 or 4 months.
Oh, okay. Well, are there any rules that limit how much time the DA has to file the charges?
Definitely. There's actually two different kind of legal principles that are going to be at play here. The primary one is the statute of limitations, and that is, as the name kind of suggests, a limitation on how long the prosecution has to commence or initiate criminal charges. So if a crime allegedly occurred on January 1st of 2020 and the statute of limitations was 3 years, then the DA has to file the charges within 3 years. The bad part is the statute of limitations is usually pretty long. 3 years is actually what the statute of limitations varies depending on the charge, but most charges are 3 years. So if you've been arrested and charges haven't been filed and you're like, this is taking forever, unfortunately the DA usually has a couple of years, if not more, before they can file charges. Murder has no statute of limitations. So if a murder occurred in 1960 and the DA didn't get enough evidence to proceed until 50 years later, there's no statute of limitations on murder in Oklahoma, so the DA could file that at any time. The other principle that's not going to be at play as much before charges are filed, but sometimes could be, is speedy trial. Like I said, it doesn't come into play as much before charges are filed. Sometimes it does. The speedy trial basically has to do with a person is constitutionally guaranteed the right to a speedy trial. So if charges are filed against you and 5 years later you're still waiting for a trial, there's probably been a violation of speedy trial unless you've waived that right. So those are the two primary legal principles that are going to affect how long a DA has to file charges and bring something to trial.
Oh, okay. Well, that really is a lot of information, a lot of good information I think will be very helpful for all of our viewers.
Hope so. See you guys later.